Good evening, boys and girls. Introducing our new car. So, we'll just pull out, yeah. So, yeah, I thought what better way to introduce you to the new car than to take you out on a little cruise. It is a Reliant Scimitar GTC. So far, no one's guessed what it was in the comments. I'm not surprised. It's a very obscure, reasonably rare car. My dad has loved these ever since he was a kid, and he was looking for something other than the Celica, because obviously he uses the Celica as a daily. So he was looking for something other than the Celica to use on the weekends and bits and pieces. We had a little hunt around, and this is what we came up with. We found this one local to us. It's a lovely little car. The paintwork is not quite perfect, as I'll show you in a minute, but mechanically it's very, very sound. It's got the Cologne V6 in it, as you can probably hear. A lovely little burble from it. Reasonably rare car, only 430 I think were ever made. Whether that's because they were designed to be rare or whether that's just because no one liked them when they're new, I don't know, but I like it. I think it's a beautiful car. Yeah, I don't really know what else more to say about it at the moment, other than I'm going to go for a little drive, and when we get it back to the garage, I'll go over it in a bit more detail, and we'll show you what we've added to the fleet. But yeah, very nice car. So there you have it then. We are back from our little cruise, and I'll give you a walk around the car. So it is, yeah, Reliant Scimitar GTC in black. Best colour in my opinion. They do come in all sorts of colour, including poo brown I think, and a really strange maroon red, but this one is black and the best colour by far. I'm going to quickly turn the headlights off before the battery runs flat, and then I can't put it back in the garage, because that would be about right, wouldn't it? Well, I say headlights, side lights. Anyway, well, tell you what, whilst I'm in here, let's show you the interior. It is daylight now, so you will actually be able to see what I was teasing at the end of the last week's video, but it is, as someone commented, just typical 80s British engineering in here. It's just, you know, it just stinks of the 80s. I feel like when I'm driving it that I'm I don't know, I feel like I'm Inspector Morse or something like that when I'm driving it, although he had a Jag, you know, but you get the idea. So yeah, typical 80s. I love that Reliant stole this little binnacle here. That's stolen from Triumph. That came in the Stags. So they stole this little binnacle from Triumph, but I'm sure there's probably loads of other little bits and pieces in here as well that are stolen from all over the place. Nice Mutiny steering wheel. The little, I like that, the switches for everything are just clunky and just good switches, you know. You've got your little volt gauge, fuel gauge, temperature gauge, oil gauge. I'm not convinced this temperature gauge actually works properly, because on my drive it never got above 90. However, when I pulled over, the electric fan did come on, so either the fan switch that's in it is really sensitive, or that gauge doesn't quite work properly. I'm not going to touch the glove box because it does struggle to latch back in, and it does keep falling down whilst you're driving, so I'm not going to touch that. But yeah, all in all, very nice car. It is a 3-speed C3 transmission, automatic, which is very, very crisp for its age. It is a 1980 car, this one, so it's 43 years old, and it shifts on the button very, very nicely. And it will shift at 4 grand if you keep your foot flat to the floor. It does, you know, pulls very nicely. It is a 4-seater, so we can take the kids and the missus out in it. Good chance I probably will get my missus out in this one. She's never been in the Fiesta and promised me she never will go in the Fiesta. I reckon I will get her to the pub in this one. But there we go. So it comes with slot mags as well, which is very nice. Genuine Wolf Race slot mags on these. Very similar to obviously the slot backs, although they're Cobra slot backs, not slot mags, on the Fiesta. I do like this style of wheel, very, very nice indeed. And then under here we have the business. We have the 2.7, or I think it's 2.8 because it's 2.75 cc Cologne V6. Again, nice little, you know, V6 from the 80s. Really, it makes all the right noises. We probably will mess around with it a little bit in terms of, it's got a rebuilt carb on there, and I think the carb's pretty good. It's had a choke kit and stuff put on it. I'm guessing obviously the choke probably broke at some point, and that's why that's been put on there. But not that it really needs the choke to start. It kind of is alright. But we'll probably lose the red rocker covers because, you know, they kind of stick out. They're not really in keeping with the style of the car. We'll probably lose those and change those for some nice cast aluminium ones. You know, some black and aluminium cast ones. We change the K&N air filter as well back to a, you know, a stock round style, you know, like the old Elderbrock style air cleaners, rather than that K&N one. And I will definitely be changing the HT leads because they're yellow and they're grubby as anything. So yeah, we will be changing those. I don't think there's any plans to do anything crazy with the exhaust or anything like that. I think that's pretty much going to stay as it is, to be honest. There is the possibility we might go to tubular manifolds at some point, but well, we'll see how we get on with that at some point. We will be doing the body work later next year. Probably it's going to go to the body shop for that. It is a fiberglass body, titanium chassis. So it's not. It's a galvanized steel chassis with a fiberglass body. As you can see, over the years, the sun and the moisture's got the fiberglass, and it's just started to bubble a little bit. Overall, for a 43-year-old car, the paintwork's really not that bad. There is two really bad patches. One is the bonnet, as you can see, it's gone through into the gel coat in a few places, and the other is where someone has tried to do their own repair around this side and done a very bad job of it. So that's kind of tries to give it a bit of a rattle can, and it's just sort of dried, patchy and horrible. But apart from that, it's not too bad really. Paintwork condition wise, it is bubbly under the surface, but the colour is still there. It's still very shiny. As you can see, it's like a mirror. And I've not actually cleaned it yet, so since we've owned it, so I'm sure a good polish up and a good clean up will actually do it a world of good. Yeah, nice 80s icon added to the fleet there. Oh, and I'll tell you what, actually, fun fact, made famous by Princess Anne. She owned 7 of these in her lifetime. She owned 7 of these. So there you have it, new 80s icon added to the fleet, and we'll put some miles on it over the summer, take it out to a few shows. It'll go out alongside Little Red, bits and pieces, and just genuinely enjoy the car. So like, comment, subscribe, let us know what you think in the comments box below, and I will see you on the next one.